This is what happens when I prep for like 20 minutes before a session with maps and things because I was doing other stuff. And when I actually prepare a session. And make sure I have things. What was our... We'll use this one. No, we'll use this one. There we go. Is that good volume for everybody?
Yeah.
Good, I haven't changed anything, so it should still be alright. Should being the operative term.
It's fine.
Alright. Who wants to give the rundown on what happened last time?
Not me.
We encountered a yes hound on our way to meet with Sylvanus.
That you did?
And we discovered that he's beaten up pretty bad.
Also true.
I believe he got challenged by the Mad King. I can't remember his name.
Malabog.
Hold on. Shit. Malabog, the Mad King. He took over an old castle, and it's been overrun by bad stuff. Those are my notes on him.
They're not wrong. So to expand on that a tad, so you guys arrived at a sort of clearing or grove that is enclosed on all sides. You were led there by Roswin to speak with Sylvanus, who is the Lord of Forests. Upon your arrival, Sylvanus was up on sort of a raised area behind a curtain of this bioluminescent willow that sort of hung down and created a natural barrier. You were introduced to Braig and Tanis. Braig being sort of a more elderly, gruff-looking knight, presumably of some high rank. And Tanis, who is a magic user of some kind, although you're not sure exactly what her talents might actually be. You do, Natfi at least, recognized that Tanis was able to tap into sort of, not directly the minds of those in the party, but at least some of your memories. And she decided that you guys were of good nature and allowed you to approach Sylvanus and have a brief audience with him as long as his body would allow. Sylvanus, on the other hand, is in grave form. He is significantly battered and beaten. He's bandaged and altogether looks significantly weakened from what you would have expected of someone named Lords of the Forest. And he explained to you sort of the baseline of what happened. You guys were pretty on the money. Sylvanus' castle was overtaken by Malabog, who has dubbed himself king now that Sylvanus is dethroned. And Sylvanus gave sort of a more enigmatic answer than you would have expected as to what actually occurred, citing that Malabog had appeared much stronger than previously when they had encountered one another. After this sort of bare bones explanation, Sylvanas sort of gave way to his injuries and his fatigue. Tanis requested that you allow him to rest and showed you off to one of the sides of the grove, where you are currently preparing to either bed down or ask final questions before the day ends. So you sit on the eastern edge of the grove in this sort of small enclosure where some supplies and things are collected around this, for lack of a better term, room. There were a pair of bedrolls that Tanis has gathered up to make room for you all, so you all have a place to stay. And that is where we stand as of right now.
Did we ask about the Burning Man to any of these people? I don't think so.
Not directly, although Sylvanas did bring it up, stating that the Burning Man is a guardian of the Fey Plane, who at one point or another took orders from Sylvanas, but is now sort of running amok.
Alright, that's basically what I have as notes. Also,
I missed that because my mom was talking to me.
the Burning Man is a guardian of the Fey Plane, and he is running amok ever since Sylvanas lost the throne.
Oh, okay, so Burning Man is kind of going haywire.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Did we ask about... I don't want to, ask Tanis something we already asked. Did we ask about the weird time? The nighttime all the time. I don't think
The
we did.
everlasting night?
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
Nope.
I don't remember.
I was gonna mention it, but then I just never did. Alright. I don't think she will know anything, but we can ask.
So we'll go ahead and start. So in this immediate moment, Tanis is sort of bustling about this sort of small enclosure, and she's gathering up the bedding that was down for herself and Bragg. You do note it's only 2 beds, or rather bedrolls, and she's just sort of gathering everything up. Roswin's here just off to the side, sort of tending to herself. Nothing too important going on with her right now.
I'm going to approach Tanis.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, I didn't have a chance to ask earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's going on with the strange time? Like, it's just night all the time.
Yes, that is very true. And she looks up at the canopy above. There's no visible sky from the canopy. She's sort of looking through it. It has been night for a significant amount of time. Usually, as we've mentioned before, time does pass differently than you may have experienced in the prime material. However, normally faster here than outside, although you may not notice it. Normally, nightfall is standard duration, but since... When she looks back over at Sylvanas, events It has been night almost ever since.
Not to be insensitive, but was Sylvanas controlling the time, or is this a side effect of him losing his throne? I'm sorry.
No, he didn't. He didn't control it. Though to say he's not instrumental in its ebb and flow would be not entirely untrue.
Is Malabog like a sorcerer? Is that the reason why? Sorcerer, warlock.
Malabog is a brute.
Oh.
He may have at one
No.
point held control over magics, but that would have been eons ago.
So would it be safe to assume that that he did not particularly use magic in his encounter with Sylvanas?
Use is an interesting choice of words.
I understand.
While he may not have commanded magic, there was certainly magic present.
Is there anyone else that I know this is probably a silly question, but wouldn't want Sylvanas to have the throne? I mean, if Malabog doesn't do magic and there was magic around, you think someone was teaming up with him?
I do believe there's a distinct possibility, yes. Who it was, I couldn't say. The only person who's regularly challenged Sylvanas for a claim to the throne would have been Malabog. But, as explained earlier, he's never stood much of a chance. Sylvanas was almost always able to beat him without so much as lifting a finger. It's highly uncharacteristic of him to have been so successful.
Does Malabog have like a husband or wife?
No.
Okay, no, you never know. Family teaming up.
Malabog is one of the few of his kind. He is a
Kind?
Fomorian.
Excuse me? A what?
He is a Fomorian. They are the most hideous and wicked of all giant kind. They are godless and evil.
I've never heard of one. Interesting.
But I would rather speak of this no longer.
Yeah, no problem.
Sylvanas has wounds to attend to, and such is my duty. I will leave you here, remain the night, and should you wish to speak with him in the morning, provided he is in decent enough health, you may ask him any questions you may have.
Much
Thank you
gratitude.
very much.
You're quite welcome. With that, she turns and starts to walk away.
So, there was magic present, but Malabok had not used any magic.
That they know of.
Sounds like an enchantment.
Yes.
Or someone's pulling strings behind the scene. Maybe he has a master. I mean, if he's hideous. I don't know what Fomorian is, but Tannis made it sound like it's really gross, so.
This is easily one of Sirius's doings.
Do you think he was pulling the strings?
I believe so.
Could be possible.
That's not good.
Brandon, as you turn away from the entryway, the willow fronds sort of swoop closed behind you and sort of.
Oh. So I don't know if any of you else concluded to this, but we're probably gonna have to go fuck up the Mad King, right? I feel like that's what we're gonna do. Sylvanas is obviously not good.
No, I do agree. If we take out Malabog, that should bring an end to their everlasting night and hopefully save the Feywilds.
And do you think there's a statue thing going on here, Pillar?
Hmm?
Do you think it's in a castle?
I mean, anything's possible at this point.
It's very likely. Do you believe the castle does play a pivotal role in the balance of this plane?
Mm.
Perhaps hollowed ground?
I don't feel good about this. I lay down.
I think we should rest and then
Oh yeah.
see what to do in the morning.
All right. Rosalind, are you gonna keep hanging out with us?
Much though I would like to, I will be tending to Sylvanas with Tannis. We Fae don't sleep like you do.
Oh, okay. Well, have fun.
Okay.
Good luck. I mean, shit.
She sort of glides out the door.
I am going to lay out my bedroll.
I'm going to kneel and say my nightly prayers.
Yep. That as well.
Okay. As you all sort of begin bedding down for the evening, you note that the light level in the entirety of the grove sort of dims, sort of in increments, as though individual lights are going out.
Oh, that's cool.
Very curious.
And as it all fades to black, you all sort of drift off into the night. The night is sort of as restful as you might expect. This grove is surprisingly tranquil and quiet, all things considered, given the outside. You can hear, as you drift off to sleep, sort of the skittering of creatures in the woods around you, chirping of, bugs, frogs. Felix, you hear one sort of mournful baying that you recognize. It's off in the distance, though.
We killed his buddy.
And with that, night falls, and you all sleep soundly for the evening. The next morning, you all sort of awaken at your own pacing and timing. Who wakes up first? Or do you all wake up together?
Well, I mean, technically Felix and I would wake up first, but I don't know with the Fey planes how that works.
That is actually not true of you anymore.
Oh, right, shit. Well, Felix is technically the one that wakes up first. But I don't know how that works for the Fey plane.
So, Felix. Good morning. You awaken to a dimly lit grove. You can hear, again, sort of your morning chittering of wildlife and such. One thing that you do hear that sort of stands out is a few very sharp notes sort of ring in your ear. You're not sure what they are right off the top.
Okay.
Roll me an investigation.
Done.
The noise that you hear is the sound of metal ringing against itself. And on top of that, you're able to hear sort of muffled shouting. You can't make out the words, though, given the nature of the plane and also this particular part of the grove. Sound is largely muffled.
Is it frantic or arguing?
The clanging is somewhat rhythmic. There's definite moments where there are multiple sort of sharp contacts in a row. As far as the shouting is concerned, you can tell that it is two voices. As I said, it's hard to tell what it is.
I guess I'll start waking people up then. Start poking people in the face.
slap your hand.
Mm,
Oh,
what?
someone's yelling.
Going?
Fight.
Mm,
They're arguing, I think. I don't know. But there's noises that shouldn't be here.
Alright.
Oh, hurry. I just
Well,
woke up.
it's like metal.
wonderful.
Oh, I guess we're getting up. Ugh. Do we hear it on finally being woken up, or is it
You
just
do,
because,
as a matter of fact.
Hmm.
It is loud enough that it rings pretty true into the grove. You guys don't hear the voices that Felix has heard, but you do hear the sort of the rhythmic clanking of metal on metal.
Sounds like fighting.
of course it's fighting.
Think we should check it out.
Yeah, I guess.
Considering Sylvanus's injuries, I can only assume that that this would have to be trying to protect Sylvanus. So, guess we're springing to action.
Cool. Everybody roll me initiative.
Eh.
Oh boy, I rolled a 4.
14. Why not stick with the digital dice for now?
I
A 20.
guess. Well, this is a serious case of you lead, I follow.
All right.
How does this work? Felix, what'd you roll?
11.
11. So we got 11 for Felix, 4 for Natvi, 14 Rayan, and 20 for Balasar.
Why couldn't that be an attack roll? Technically 19 because I have -1 on initiative. But...
That's fine. All right. Fantastic. We'll save those numbers for the time being. And we'll let you guys move as a pack in whatever order you decide for a marching order to leave this room.
Who wants to leave?
I guess I can. So I don't know where we're going other than basically back where he came from.
Yep. I will follow.
Rain, as you open as you reach out to touch the willow to move it out of the way, it sort of opens on its own. And as it does, the clarity of these noises sort of comes to your ears. And you can hear two familiar voices sort of arguing with one another.
Oh.
And they are alongside these rhythmic sort of ting, ching.
I don't think there's actual fighting. I think they're just sparring? Is that what it sounds like to me?
You can roll me an insight check.
$17.
From what you can tell, it is definitely one-on-one. It's hard to say if there's any actual malice behind the blades or not. Listening a little bit more closely, you can hear Sylvanus and Braig shouting at one another. And from that, you're able to hear the following sort of exchange. You will remain here until you are recovered. I will not. I will retake my throne. I will see Malabog dead. Where would you go? How would you succeed where you've already failed? His failure was not preordained. I was cheated of this victory. And Malabog knows he doesn't stand a chance against me. He stands plenty of chance now with you as you are. You would die before you made it.
Doesn't sound good.
Well, shall we?
I guess.
I'm
Might as
gonna
well.
follow up behind Balthar and
Cool. As you guys swing the corner, you can see Sylvanas and Braig dueling. And they're both swinging up, each of them a long sword. Sylvanas moves with this very otherworldly grace, while Braig stands almost this impregnable wall, blocking Sylvanas from moving further south. The two of them are in this sort of very intricate dance of footwork and blade work, and it's almost hypnotizing in a way.
I believe we should stop them.
Could we get in the middle of it?
It's not gonna stop otherwise.
I'm sure if we just yell at them, they'll stop.
I'm sure that'll work.
Are we interrupting something?
That's one way to do it.
Shit.
Your voice
I kind of
carries
shake my head.
Your voice carries across the way, but sort of falls on deaf ears as Sylvanas and Braig are sort of enveloped with one another.
Naturally, he's a god, be nicer.
You watch as Braig sidesteps Sylvanas' blade, even though Sylvanas comes in at this just amazing speed with a thrust. Braig steps off to one side, pushes his arm out of the way with a shield, flips his hand around, and whack! With the backhand of his blade. And Sylvanas sort of crumples to the ground. You see what I mean? I trained you to be smarter than this. I would not send you to your death, young master. I would see you return to the throne a king, not a dead man. Now please, remain here, gather what strength you can. There are only so few of us left. And Sylvanas is down on one knee, and his longsword sits on the ground in front of him. He has one hand on the ground. He's on his other knee. The throne was stolen from me. The entire kingdom fallen. And I sit here, a shell of what I should be. You don't think that eats at me? I would see Faerun restored to its glory. I would see the daylight return to us. But you are short-sighted. You believe that patience and recovery are our best strategies. They are not. Decisive action is what we need at this time. And I mean to make it. Braig stands, flips his longsword, sheaths it, and turns his back on Sylvanas and walks away.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Group meeting. Okay. So what I said last night about that we're gonna have to fight this guy.
Hmm.
I think we're gonna really actually have to fight this guy.
Yeah. That looks like it.
Swanus is clearly not good. Or, hold on. Maybe he just needs a snack.
I don't think food's gonna solve this
I
problem.
don't think. Yeah.
Maybe he just needs a big meal and he'll feel healthy again, you know?
No.
I-
He's pretty evil at this point. I don't think food's gonna fix it.
What if we poison the other guy instead?
Let's not do that. I.
Well, one thing's for sure. Sylvanus absolutely must not meet with Malabog. Not in his current state.
He probably wouldn't even make it out of the grove right
Do you think maybe we get Shantea to, like, come back?
We'd have to go all the way back to Braden.
now. Hmm.
And we don't
But
even know if she'll pick up the phone.
She's a. What if he calls her? They're together.
Shit, I don't know.
How about we see Sylvanus is willing to talk and see what he thinks.
Alright.
He has the energy for it.
I don't think he has the energy for anything right now. Other getting his ass kicked. But
We could ask Tennis.
true.
As you guys sort of turn and take stock of what's going on, you see Tanis helping Sylvanus back into his sort of, for lack of a better term, bench.
His bed.
Yeah. They're conversing in low tones, but none of you can hear what's being said.
So who will do the honor?
I am not a good candidate for this.
Huh? I suppose I could have a word with him.
It's like net
I'm gonna walk up here. You notice me here? I think you notice me about here.
Yeah, there's fun.
Okay.
Roll me a quick perception check.
Uh, 15.
Okay. As you can visibly see Tanis sort of helping Sylvanus back into the chair. She's got Sylvanus's arm sort of over her shoulder as she's sort of setting him down. As you sort of watch these events unfold, you can see that Tanis is making specific motions with her hand. And then after a few moments and Sylvanus resting back onto his bed here, and once they break contact, she stops.
Pardon the intrusion.
Yes. Ah, you're awake. I'm sorry you had to see that. It's been more and more of a regularity.
Understandably so.
What can I do for you?
Well, we were wondering if if you know of any way that we might be able to perhaps get in contact with Shantea, or if we it it pains us to see Sylvanas like this, but we understand that we understand we can see the pain that he feels, unfortunately, and we would like to help. But we cannot see him rushing to his death.
You speak like Bragg. I wouldn't be rushing to my death.
Sylvanas. Saya, please. Unfortunately, things the way they are here in Faerun, there has not been much contact with the outer planes where Shantea calls home. The young master and she have been out of contact for quite some time.
I see.
Roll me a persuasion, by the way.
Oof. It's gonna be a 10.
Okay. And while I do appreciate your good Samaritanship and your apparent willingness to help, I could not send 4 strangers to their death either. I'm sure Bragg wouldn't allow it.
Well, unfortunately, we fear that this will be inevitable for us as well.
And what makes you say that?
The sake of your planes and ours.
You have mentioned this previously. What do you know?
We have a theory.
I would hear it. And Sylvanas sort of puts his arm on Tanis and sort of uses her as a sort of crutch to sort of stand at least a little bit and pushes her off to the side. What theory have you?
We believe that there was an enchantment in place on Malabog. Perhaps to empower him further so that he would have the edge on the fight.
That is indeed possible. He was not the same when I fought him. Who would do such a thing? And to what purpose?
There is there's a mage by the name of Soraeus who means to bring destruction upon the plains. He set forth the attack on the material plane.
And how do you propose that he would do such a thing? The planes are eternal. They cannot be destroyed, not by some mortal.
By bringing ruin to the pillars.
At this statement, roll me a perception check.
$15.
You watch Tanis's eyes sort of flick to one side and then back. What information do you need from me? I presume you have some form of a plan.
Well, I suppose this would interest you. We need to remove Malabog from power.
I agree. He cannot be suffered to soil my throne any longer. Sylvanas, you know full well, if you are unable to best Breg, who, need I remind you, nearly sacrificed his own life to bring you here in one piece, you nor these 4 strangers will survive this assault. Not individually, no, but perhaps power in numbers? You claim that we would have numbers. Surely against Malabog, yes. But you know, having taken the castle, he is not the only one there.
I think we're pretty decent fighters, so if we go in with anyone else,
I believe we're.
How are we to trust these 4 strangers, though they do state they have goodwill and good intentions? How are we to stand by their word? How are we to know that purely good intentions will get them through these tasks ahead? How are we to know they won't die? And that would all be for nothing.
Trial by combat.
At this, you can hear the footsteps of Breg coming back up from the southern half of the grove. I suppose we could test them.
I'm not good at math.
Noted.
Just in case that test has math, I'm just letting you know. I will fail.
Not what I had in mind. The big one behind you may have the right of it.
A trial by combat. A test of strength. We, back where I came from, that's how our guard was selected.
Were you of this guard?
Yes, I was.
So you understand why I will not allow Sylvanas to go with you.
Yes, I do. I'm afraid that in his current state, he would only be a hindrance. I mean no disrespect.
This is heresy. I would not allow others to fight for my throne. It is only right that I be a part of this assault. Young master, if this morning has taught you anything, it should have been patience. A trait which I find that you are sorely lacking in. At this statement, Sylvanas' eyes sort of dart straight over to Brig, and you can see he's just staring daggers at him. I raised you to be a wise ruler, not a reckless child. And so, I would ask that you facilitate this test and nothing more. Tannis' eyes are sort of back and forth between the two.
I'm also kind of looking back and forth between the two.
And you see Sylvanas' gaze sort of soften a little. Very well. Seems I will not be able to convince you to let me go. So I will stay. Here. Bereft of my abilities, entrusting the future of the entirety of Faerun to these strangers. And he sits back down sort of roughly. That said, what information do you need of us?
First, we need to know how to get there.
It isn't far from here. Maybe 2 days. Well, if you can call them days anymore. When you leave the grove, head eastward. There should be nothing standing between you and the castle. It is likely that Malabog has a patrol or a guard outside of the castle now, keeping watch. But I suppose you'll find that when you get there. That said, I would not have you all do this on good faith alone. I would like to see that you return with more than just good news.
Check your DMs.
Are there any other entrances besides barging through the front gates?
Alas, no. The castle was not designed for a hasty escape. That's what we used our magics, well, Tanis's magics for. Were it not for her and Brig, we would not be standing here. Unfortunately, Tanis magics were only able to move some of us, and I shudder to think of what happened to the others.
Same.
Do you want proof of his defeat?
With this sort of like a wry smirk comes across his face. Yes. Yes, I do.
Then I will bring you proof.
There is one other thing I would have you recover
That sounds
from the
messy.
castle. And he puts his hand atop the helmet sitting to his side. If you recall, this helmet is silver. It is very simple in its construction, although it is emblazoned with an emblem on the sort of front quarter. And it is adorned with a stag's horn. Upon some closer inspection, Natfi, being the closest, you note that it at one point had 2 horns.
He wants that horn.
Then shall have it.
If you can bring me proof of Malabog's defeat, I will reward you handsomely. I understand in the Fae, here in Faerun, we do not use much currency, but we know a thing or two of gold.
Okay.
As for the antler, even if Malabog isn't killed, the antler is of utmost importance.
Can I Arcana check?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Son of a bitch. So I'm guessing that this is just gonna be magic. Because I rolled a 1.
I mean, Jesus.
It's sure magic.
Your innate aptitude for magic recognizes not only is this helm extremely powerful, but it is emitting but a fraction of what it would normally.
If I'm gleaning all this from a 1, then
Mhm.
I really wish I knew more. I really wish I got a 20.
Yeah, it's extremely magical.
Well, technically that was a 5 because it's 1 plus 4.
Yes. It's also information willingly given.
Okay.
It's the bare minimum that you would have gotten regardless.
So, shall bring you the staghorn back. If I may ask,
Yes.
other than your throne, what is the importance of the castle to the Feywilds?
The castle itself. The castle itself is merely a building. However, its construction is eons old. Oh, I gotta... There we go. The castle was constructed many eons ago, alongside this helm. They both belonged to my father before I was born. And the castle itself serves as a sort of conduit. You mentioned the pillars earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And while the castle itself is not a pillar, it does serve as home to one.
I wasn't afraid of this. Then does anyone else have any further questions?
What can you tell us of the Burning Man?
The
Is he
Burning
gonna
Man.
become an issue?
The Burning Man. He serves as a guardian for the plane. At one point, he answered to my beck and call, but since being so unceremoniously removed from my post as king, he's sort of taken actions on his own. I do not know that he shows allegiance to Malabog. In fact, I'm sure he shows allegiance to none. Whether he will be a problem or not, I cannot say. As long as you stay away from him, he'll have no reason to come after you. Provided you do not damage the forest. at that comment, he does look directly at Balasar.
Duly noted.
Well, if there are no further questions, Tanis, Bragg, would you do the honors and test our guests? See what they are truly capable of? Yes, it would be our honor, as I'm sure Bragg was going to say. Yes. yes, we will happily see of what they are capable. Take your pick. Who do you want to fight?
Oh,
Well,
interesting.
we can either fight Tanis or we can fight the stone wall.
So we want to fight magic or, yeah, a brick house?
Well, considering he didn't actively use magic, I would say Bragg.
Be quick. For being built like a rock, he's pretty quick.
I'm down to. I'm a little closer into thinking we should fight Brig.
I'll fight
Yeah.
Stonewall Jackson.
Brick house it is.
Plus, you know, he actually fought, trained Sylvanas, so if anything, he's probably the best person to fight.
Okay. Let's see here. Got it. All right. Have you decided?
We have.
Name your quarry.
Well, Bragg, if you do us the honors of testing us.
I'd be happy to. And Briggs stands, sort of shakes his shoulders and his head, pulls the longsword from his belt. As this happens, the lighting in the room brightens immensely. So now you have plain as day vision. Everything is lit. Let me move some stuff around here.
I can see. It's a miracle.
My God.
I can see. I can fight!
All right.
Now I can see what kills me.
As this light brightens around you, Natfeet, Rayan, you both feel a sort of warmth in the center of your chest, and you find yourselves very suddenly in a new location. You are several yards south of where you were, standing face to face with Bragg. Balasar and Felix, you feel the same thing, but find yourself standing face to face with Tanis.
Oh no.
I didn't want to fight Tannis. I wanted to fight Bragg.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, we're separated.
Damn, I was kind of looking forward. I was kind of hoping to fight Tannis myself.
Oh.
As this happens, Sylvanas comes down. Very well. Let us see what you're made of. Prove to me that you can take back the throne, and that you can stop Malabog, and whoever's controlling him. Balasar, your move.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I will move in. Then I will channel divinity, vow enmity on Tanis. And then I will go for an attack.
Okay. Roll them up.
That one's 13. Thirteen plus 5 is 18.
That'll hit.
Three and 3 is 6.
6. Cool, cool. This is with a longsword.
Yep.
Beautiful. Does Channel Divinity get you additional damage?
No, not vow them.
That's right.
It gives me advantage on attack.
Do you want to roll the attack roll again and see if you crit?
I already did.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. As your longsword makes contact with Tanis, it catches the cloth of her outfit and comes across her abdomen. As it does, it reveals underneath the cloth a studded leather corset. She pulls her hand up in front of her, and you watch as an energy, greenish energy emanates from her hand. She puts it to her chest, and you watch as her skin hardens.
Ooh.
And we thought Bragg was the tank.
Methinks she just used stone skin.
Bark skin.
Immediately
Bark skin.
Immediately thereafter, she pulls from a pouch to her side with her other hand a leaf. She picks the leaf up, spins it in her other hand, and crushes it. As she crushes it, a blade of fire erupts from her hand.
Oh.
It is now Rayan, your turn.
She got a fire blade.
Alright.
Battle mage! Battle mage!
Good thing I'm resistant to fire.
Speak for yourself.
I'm gonna charge attack him. With my axe. 18. 18 to hit.
That'll hit. Yes. That matched his AC.
Oh. And then 14 plus 5. I'm just looking for it. Sorry. Yes. Then 18 for damage to attack him with charge.
Okay.
I just run in there with my axe and charge at him.
Okie doke. Gotcha. As you do, the axe comes down, and it clangs hard against his armor. He shifts to the side, and the brunt of your attack sort of skids off of the plate on his shoulder. And your axe into the ground next to him.
Huh?
I drop my axe?
No, just the head.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Felix, your move.
Me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
If you're going to break up movement, I just ask that you do it in directions you want to go.
I'm gonna go like down and then here.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna try and disarm her.
Okay.
– 17.
To hit?
Yeah.
That'll hit.
I'm just disarming. I'm not rolling any damage to hurt her for that.
Roll me an athletics then.
Okay. Uh, 5.
That will fail.
Yeah.
As you dash and reach in to go for this this hand that has now conjured this blade, Tanis flips her hand down underneath where you're reaching, and you grasp nothing but air. Oops. I mathed wrong, sorry. Fix that. Okay. Break sort of towers before you, Ran, after this swing. You know you made good contact with him, even if it did slide off. And Breg reaches up above his head with his longsword. Come now, show me what you can do! And he takes his sword and slams straight down.
I'm in danger.
I gotta get back to his sheet, hang on.
14 is my AC.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Just let you know.
He takes the longsword, swings it straight down, and it catches you in the same motion as you coming down and the axe hitting the ground. He makes this call out and swings his axe down low. It skids against the blade of your axe on the inside towards him and up your side. You're gonna take 10.
Oof. Oof.
Immediately thereafter, he flips the blade in his hand and swings it back down the opposite direction, and you're gonna take another 8.
Okay.
Jeez.
Alright, guys.
Natfi, your move.
I am going to. Shut up. I should have cast Mage Armor while I was in the room.
You might still be able to. What kind of a cast is it? Is it an action or a bonus action? Does it say 1A
It's an
or
action.
1... Ah. Well.
Guess
I
we're
mean,
gonna
you-
glass cannon this.
You could still cast it, but it's just your action.
Yeah, I'm casting Mage Armor.
Cool, cool.
I'm gonna stay put right here and cast it.
And that puts your defense to...
13.
Hey, hey. Okay. Above the clanging and the melee, you can hear Sylvanas' voice, and the air around you sort of changes a little bit, and you can almost see surrounding you almost a one-to-one recreation of what occurred in the throne room as Sylvanas speaks. Malabog attacked us early in the morning. His disgusting visage still lives in my eyes. And you can see the face of Malabog, this hideous, misshapen monstrosity. One eye massive, the other one small and squinty. His jaw sort of capered off to one side. The Fomorians are a blight on this land. Always have been. He is one of the last. The attack was swift. I expected nothing of it. But I was overtaken. Balasar, your move.
She's not floating or anything, right?
Nope. She is grounded.
So what would it take to, like, leg sweep her and knock her prone?
You can certainly try. You would be rolling an attack and called shots are tough. I don't think there's a real system for it in 5e.
Okay.
But let's very quickly. Yeah, go ahead and roll me just roll me a standard attack.
Do I get my advantage on it, or
If you're still using channel enmity, then yes.
it lasts for 1 minute?
You get 10 rounds of it.
That one's a 13. That one's a 6. 13 plus 5, 18.
That will miss.
Ooh.
Called shots basically function as an added AC. So it's just a little bit harder to do.
Oh, okay.
So in this case, where if, for example, if she would have a normal, like, 11 to AC, for something like tripping, or if you were trying to disarm, then it's +2 to their AC.
Ah, okay. An 18 missed?
Uh-huh.
Jesus!
It sure did.
Okay. Still have my bonus.
You sure do.
I'll go for a long sword attack.
Okay.
That's a 17.
That one will hit.
And that one's 16. 17 plus 5.
17 plus 5 is 22. That'll definitely hit.
5 plus 3 is 8.
8. Okay. So with your first movement, you go for this leg sweep, and as you do, Tanis sort of deftly steps just up and over your maneuver and you swing back with your other longsword, pulling it from its sheath now, and pull it straight across her leather armor. You note there's a roughness to the skin underneath, and she's caught in the abdomen once more. She will now take this opportunity to attack.
Oh. I think I know who she's going after.
Perhaps. I gotta get this real quick. Having made contact, you watch as the blade in her hand fizzles and then comes back. She takes that blade as it's coming back into existence and swings in a wide arc. Felix, what's your AC?
12.
That's gonna hit.
Can I use interception?
You sure can.
Oh.
Remind me what that does?
It reduces damage taken by 1d10 plus 2.
Cool. Roll me your d10.
It'll be a 3. That is with the plus 2.
Okay. Oof.
That's upsetting.
3 total.
Felix, you wince as this hot blade of fire sort of passes straight through you, and you're going to take 6 fire damage. You can feel the blade cross over your arm that we were reaching for, that you used to reach to try and disarm her, and it down the length of your arm. The wound instantly cauterizes.
Fun.
So that's 6 damage.
6
Rain.
total or 6 more?
6 total.
Oh, okay.
And it is now Rayan's turn.
Alright. I am going to rage.
Cool.
And I am going to attack. $20 to hit.
That'll
Plus,
hit. A nat 20?
yeah. No. It's 15 plus 5. I thought there was
it's a dirty
number.
20.
Sorry. It just, 20 to hit. And here we go. Oh, sick. 5 plus 2, 7 damage.
Cool.
Basically, I want to because the head of my axe is on the ground, I just want to do a sweeping motion upwards, to attack.
You got it. This swing makes contact with Brig, sort of right in the rib cage, and you can hear as it sort of pushes the wind out of him, and you can see a smile sort of come across his face. Felix, your move.
I'm gonna slam my foot down on her foot.
To what effect?
Just to kind of throw her off guard.
Okay.
Like distract her or whatever.
Okay. Roll them up.
13.
That will miss. Do you want to do anything else? Oh, I don't think you can, though, because you missed.
I missed, so I can't.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't say I have to hit. It's not necessarily flurry. It's like another hit. It doesn't say I have to hit, it just says when I use the action.
Let me find you. I don't have your sheet up real quick, so give me 1 second. Right, you do not have to make contact. You can still flurry.
No, not flurry, just another basic strike. It's further down.
That's part of a regular... Oh, here we are. Bonus actions. Yeah, you can try.
Okay. It's 5.
That will also miss. Despite your best efforts, Tanis remains elusive to your fists and feet. As much as you reach to try and make these contacts, she's just 1 step slightly ahead of you, just shifting elegantly around all of your motions. Breg's turn.
Oh.
Breg do big thing.
Oh.
Breg once again takes his long sword. And having just swung it up, flips it around in his hand again and pulls it straight across Rayan's torso. It straight across your chest. You are going to take 10 damage.
Oh, fuck. I am not having a good time right now.
Immediately after that, he disappears from sight.
Oh, thank God.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Natfi.
Uh-oh. Hey, bud.
Breg is right next to you.
Ah.
Not good.
As he comes out, this sort of grayish haze appears where there was once just bare air next to you. And Breg's face is just like right there in front of you. And he's just smiling. Show me everything you have. It's your move.
Don't mind if I do. I'm actually going to backstep right about here. And I'm going to empower Ice Knife at level 2.
Okay. Cast away. Remind me the save I'm making.
That is going to be... Let me go back to the Ice Knife. Dex save.
Dex?
13.
Dex 13. Okay. That'll hit. Roll me the damage of that and related thing. As you backstep, Breg takes his longsword and swings it in an effort to catch you, but you just step out of the range of it.
I have to do it up to 3 times, right? Is that what that says?
Do what up to 3 times? You can cast it up to 3 times?
I believe that is what it says.
Yeah, you have 3 slots at 2nd level. So you're going to roll your d10 normally, and then you're going to roll 3d6 for the cold damage.
Oh, D10 normally, and then...
Yep, d10's for contact, and then d6 cold is for the explosion.
So that's a 7 for contact.
Okay.
6 for cold.
Was that 3d6?
That was 1. 11. You're looking at 13.
13. Beautiful. Breg is hit with this bolt of ice, and Rand, behind you, you can hear as it shatters, and you watch sort of to your sides as a bunch of little shards of ice sort of fly by you. You're sort of still facing this blank space. Around you, the arena sort of changes again, and now, rather than just this up close of this monstrosity's face, you can see the open air of the throne room as this massive monstrosity sort of shambles its way into the throne room, and it points, and the camera sort of pans over, and you can see Sylvanas sitting upon the throne, sort of indifferent to this challenge. The Fomorians have many features. And those features reflect their demeanor. All of them monstrous, all of them disgusting. Malabog came to the castle, challenged me, thought to take my rule from me. While he is large, he is also the last of the Fomorians who sought to conquer the Feywild ages ago and enslave their inhabitants. They have no magic of their own, and so they would claim those citizens of Faerun and use their magic. However, ages ago, we united to defend our realm, and of this, the only survivor has been Malabog. Subjected to this curse that deformed him, he now seeks vengeance at all times. But this time was very different. Balasar, your move.
Okay. I will attack with longsword.
Go for it.
That one's a 10. That one's a 16. Plus 5, 19.
That'll hit.
First one. You want me to roll damage or roll my second attack?
Roll whichever you feel comfortable with.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the second attack. That's 3. That one's a 4. Plus 5. It's 9.
I'm sorry, say again?
That was a 4 plus 5. 9
To hit?
to miss.
That will miss. So roll me your damage on the one that hit.
We'll roll, use a spell slot to use Divine Smite
Okay.
on the first hit. So that'll be 3d8 plus 3.
Gotcha. Roll away.
I gotta do some math.
You're good.
15 total.
15 total?
Yep.
All right. Tannis sort of takes this hit on the chin and smiles. Well, that won't do at all. Felix and Balasar both roll me a strength check.
Oh.
Or I'm sorry, strength saving throw.
Okay.
My terminology was off.
16 total.
Okay.
17 total.
Okay. With a free hand, she delves into her pouch on her right hand hip and pulls out a feather. She pulls the feather across her, passing the paths of both Felix and Balasar. As this happens, a wave of a very strong wind hits both of you. You are both going to take 11 damage. And both of you back up 5 feet. As this wind buffets your body, you just... and it sort of pushes you both back. Ray, in your move.
God. This is a horrible idea.
Fantastic, I believe you should do it.
But I'm doing it. Alright. I go in. And
Coming in hot.
can I actually move back to then move forward so I could do a charge attack?
No.
Alright, cool. We'll just attack.
What you can do, however, if you want to break up your movement, is you can move laterally and then towards him.
So like go up, then down.
Yeah. You can definitely
Okay.
do that.
Then I will do that.
Reasoning for that is backing up and then changing directions. Although, if you moved... Yeah, you could do that. You could actually...
I was gonna like just step.
So if you wanted to do that, you would have to back up 10 feet to give yourself enough momentum to actually scuff against the ground and change direction and then move.
Okay. Yeah. I do that.
Okay,
It's a charge!
go for it.
Once again.
18?
Yes.
That'll hit. That matches.
8 plus 5 is 13.
13.
Damage.
Okay. Beautiful. Felix, your turn.
Shift.
Okay.
No. Is the wind still going?
Yep.
I guess I'll wait till the wind. I'll hold my turn till the wind dies down.
It won't.
Oh, okay.
I will tell you right now, it will not.
Is it
So
like,
what, is she cloaked in wind or something?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Here, I will give you a visual representation, actually. Where am I? There we go. Nope, I want to put this down.
I see.
There you go. It's fire for the sake of... It's the only thing I have that's an AoE in the circle.
We'll pretend that
It's wind.
it's wind.
shit. I don't know. Fuck.
Kick her in the face.
There's a lot of wind here. It probably will fail a saving throw and just end up kicking myself in the face and knock myself unconscious.
It's
Hey.
better than not.
Don't metagame.
Not. I don't know. Fine, fuck it. I'll go. Yep, 6.
What die are you rolling? And change it.
D&D Beyond, and I was previously using Google, so
Ah. Alright then. So you shifted, you didn't attack.
yeah.
Okay. Greg's turn. Big man Bragg. Alright, so I need what? To roll that inside the thing. There we go. Bragg, having been hit by these shards of ice, sort of staggers back like a half step. And as he does, he turns his body to face Rayan. As Rayan's axe sort of hits him in the upper torso, he takes the longsword and he swings it once more across Rayan's body, and it clean cut.
I'm dead.
You're gonna take 11 damage.
Alright. I use my racial thing so I don't die.
Okay.
So I'm at... Oops, I messed up.
So you're at 1?
Yes.
Cool. How many times can you use that, by the way?
Once.
I have bad news.
Okay.
Because he attacks
It's fine.
twice per turn. He watches that even despite this very clean slash that he knows should have taken you down, he watches as you grip your axe and sort of stagger back to standing. And he sort of shrugs and he one more time. And this time he actually takes the handle and punches you directly in the stomach. You're gonna take 4 damage. You are unconscious.
Okay.
He is also going to action surge. Hey, Naffy.
Hey, bud.
What's your AC, friend? It's 13?
13.
Okay. With the momentum from the sort of glancing blow that he used on Rayan, he slides across the ground to you, takes the sword in the same hand, and pulls the blade cleanly straight across your leg.
I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke.
You're gonna take 10.
Alright.
Roll me your Hellish Rebuke.
Where'd it go? It's gonna be 16.
Nice. He's not down yet. As he makes contact with you, you can feel this heat sort of boil up within you and just this aura of flame sort of blasts out from your body. Let me just park this. It's a 15-foot cone.
One reaction which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see.
It's a line AoE. This will still work. It doesn't affect Rayan because Rayan's on the ground anyway, and heat rises. For the sake, I don't have a line AoE fire. I'll get one. Notes to self in DM world. Beautiful. All right. This bolt of flame shoots out from you, and it hits Brig straight in the chest. And you can see him standing before you, sort of singed. That's what I expected. Roll me your turn.
Alright. I am going to hop right over here, and I'm going to do a. I guess I'll do like another empowered. Yeah, we're gonna do another empowered ice knife.
Does Empowered kick you over to a new spell level? Is that how that works? Or is it just increased damage?
When you roll damage for a spell, you spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll up to 3 dice.
Gotcha. What level are you casting it at?
Level 2.
You got it.
Woo! Nat 20.
Nice.
Hey!
Nice.
That's for me.
Fucking sweet. Roll me that beautiful damage and then double it.
Alright, so 10 for the knife.
Yep, D10 for the knife. Or 10 damage.
That's gonna be 18.
So you rolled a 9 on that. Gotcha.
2, 5, 6. If I'm doubling it, am I doubling the total?
So you're gonna double the...
Or the individual counts?
What do you mean?
So I rolled a 13 total. Because it's 2, 5, and 6.
Okay.
But I'm using but like because I'm rolling
Crit.
So you would double that damage.
okay.
The grand total.
So that's gonna be a 26.
So 26 altogether? Including the piercing?
That's 26 for the piercing and 18 for the knife.
Wait, no. You rolled a d10 for piercing damage,
D10 for piercing. Okay.
which was 9.
Yeah.
And then you rolled 3d6 for your cold damage.
Yeah.
Which was
13.
13. So 13 and 9 is 22. You did 44 damage.
Okay.
You
even
double
better.
all of it. Cool.
I'll take that.
That's very good.
That's a hell of a hit.
Welcome to Magic actually doing what it's supposed to sometimes. Magic is great. Alright. Oh, and he failed the deck save too. So he took all of that.
Poor guy.
Cool. Well, that'll put him down to nothing. Awesome. So as the blade of ice makes contact with Bragg, he sort of you can see as it hits him, he looks down at it and it explodes. As it does, you watch as a luminous white light sort of covers his body, and he falls to his knee.
Hope I didn't overdo it.
Not bad. Not bad at all. The scenery around you shifts once again. What was once just Malabog coming into the throne room is now Malabog and Sylvanas engaged in this incredibly intricate combat, and you can see with every motion that Malabog makes, these black tendrils take over the arm that is making that motion, and he swings, and every time he swings his club, it's far faster and stronger than it should be, to the point where it makes contact with the stone and shatters the stone in the floor.
Damn.
It is unsurprising that he had help. There's no way he could have done any of this damage on his own. Tanis pulled me from this melee, and Bragg stood steadfast against this foe. But it was not. It was for naught. Without Tanis' magic, we would have never made it out. And you watch as, in this imagery above you, Tanis grabs Sylvanas by the back of his robes and pulls him through a doorway that she makes out of thin air. And Bragg is hit directly in the back as he goes to chase after them and is thrown through the door. Balasar, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. What can I do?
I'll give you one metagame hint on this aura. It is not affecting her AC.
Okay.
She is also, amusingly, not holding the Blade of Fire any longer.
I'm gonna use Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
I can move in, right?
You sure can.
No. It's snapped center though. Why isn't it?
It's because you're on the measuring tool.
Piece of shit.
It's, fuck you, roll 20.
Click the cursor.
Here, I got you.
Okay. There.
You're on the measuring
Click-
tool and not the
click the
mouse cursor.
Got it.
Yeah.
I forgot I had to do that part.
Yeah, it's stupid. I hate that feature, if you can call it that.
And I still have my enmity, right? It hasn't been 10 turns, right?
Is it concentration?
It doesn't say it is.
Nope, you just invoke it and you're good.
Okay.
If it were concentration when you switched over from that to another thing, then it would remove it.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, that's why she no longer has the sword.
Ha ha. First is the 15. 14, 15 plus 5 is a 20.
That'll hit.
Oh ho ho. So 1d8 plus 3. It's gonna be 4. And then the Thunderous Smite 2d6. A 6 and a 5, 11.
11.
So 15 total.
15 total. Okay.
4 for the.
Yep. Yeah.
slashed and
Cool.
11 for the thunder.
Okay. Awesome. As you make contact with this slash, you watch as the wind around her sort of dissipates. And upon making contact, that additional shock sort of thunders through your hand and into the blade, and it is now Tanis's turn.
Everybody hears a crack of thunder too.
That is true.
This is what it does. She gotta be hurting too.
She's not doing great. You guys are doing pretty good. Okay. Upon taking this contact and watching as this wind dispels around her, she places her hands together, pulls her palms across one another, and then slaps them onto the ground. Felix and Balasar both roll me a dex save.
Uh-oh. That's gonna be a 2.
A 21 and a 2.
So me thinks someone's getting hit and someone is not.
So 17 plus 4 if it actually matters.
Mine was a 3 minus 1.
Oof. Okay. Cool. Let's see here. Alright, so Balasar, you are going to take 20 damage. Felix, you are going to take 10.
Jeez.
Wait,
You made the saving throw, you take half damage.
I take 10?
Yep.
Oh, I'm dead.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Oh no, I have 1. I'm bad at math.
I was gonna say, you shouldn't be, because you still have those temp HP from shifting.
Yeah, I have 1 HP now.
As she makes contact with the ground, you can feel a rumbling under your feet, and the ground shifts. And as it does, this uneven terrain causes Balasar to shift and fall to the ground, and stone just collapses onto him. Felix, you're able to sort of make your way out of this sudden tremor, but you do still take 10 damage. And it is now Rayan's turn, who is unconscious. And that'll make it Felix's turn.
Am I rolling death saves, or is I'm just?
You can if you want to.
I guess.
Go ahead. Roll away.
How do I roll a death save on here?
On D&D Beyond?
Yeah. Is there like an actual button?
I don't
I just roll a
think so.
d20.
Let's roll a D20 standard. If it's over 10
There's
success.
like a whole thing
If your
that
HP
comes
is
up-
0 and you click on the hit points thing, it should give you like a pass-fail box.
That's all it gives me. Yeah. Right,
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
just-
So you just roll your D20.
Is it just tremors
Am
in
I
the ground, or
dumb?
did it make any like
It has made.
changes to the terrain?
It would now be considered, as far as movement is concerned, it would be considered difficult terrain.
18.
That's a success.
Alright.
10 or high.
Yay.
11 to 20 is a success. 1 to 10 is a
Oh.
failure.
Okay. Cool.
So it would be considered difficult terrain across a pretty big chunk of where you guys are standing. It just makes it harder to move. You get half motion.
Am I knocked prone?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe in you, Felix.
You can do it.
I'll launch myself at her off the rocks
Cool.
and give her a little bonk. Oh, 15.
Total?
Yeah.
Hang on, I want to check one thing on spells. That will hit.
Okay, flurry.
Roll me your damage first. This is a d6 plus 2, because you're shifted.
3.
Okay. Roll me your attacks on your flurry. You get 2 of them.
15,
Mm-hmm.
21.
Those will both hit. Those are both going to use your shifted damage.
Oh, that's what we changed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
8, 4. So 12.
So all told, you're going to deal 15? 3, 8,
oh,
4?
fuck. Yeah, that's how math works, yes.
How many key points? How many key points do you have left?
I only used 1.
You could conceivably spend another. Flurry's weird like that.
Go for the gold.
Do it.
Hit him.
Don't be scared. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I don't know where my key points are. What the fuck? I'm trying to click them on. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm trying to keep everything marked.
Yep.
Okay, why not? Do it together. 19 plus 4, 23. to
That'll hit.
Oh, I have to roll 2, right?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, fuck.
You get 2 per flurry.
13 plus 4, 17.
That'll hit too.
1 is 4. And 7, so 11.
So all told this turn you will deal 16, 26 damage.
Jeez.
There you go. That's how
Damn
monks.
it.
That's how monks should work.
Damn it.
How do you want to do this?
I don't know. Well,
That was a lot of hits.
There was a lot of hits. I guess I'll launch myself off the fucked up terrain and literally just kind of like soccer one, and then bring up my elbow on the return and hit her in the back of the head, and then I think I did 4 attacks, right?
You did 5.
I did. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I'll punch rear back with the elbow, bring both of my hands above her head, and slam her head down into my knee, and then finish off with a kick.
All right, beautiful.
That's 5.
That is 5. That is a fantastic, fantastic
Good
combo. So, to add a little flavor to it, do you mind if I re-narrate?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, awesome. As the ground around you shifts and sways, you step back slightly and note that there is a portion of the stone that is lifting up behind you, and you jump up in the air, kick off of it, and with the momentum going forward, make a full strength right hook straight into her face. You both sort of spin slightly, and you use the momentum to pull your other arm and force your body the rest of the way 360 degrees and slam her with your elbow. The rest of the momentum is pulled from your body as you pull your entire back muscle and pull your arms over. You grab the back of her head and poof, into your knee. As she reels back, you spin the rest of your body in midair and kick her straight in the stomach, launching her 15 feet back, and she against the
Oh
stone.
my god, I can open hand technique.
You could.
I'm so stupid. Oh shit, I shouldn't be yelling.
As she against the stone behind her, the same white sort of aura that surrounded Brig surrounds her, and she falls to the ground as well. As this happens, the entire scene around you fades. Congratulations. You've won.
Trial success.
Yeah, I got 1 HP, let's go.
You did it.
I said I was gonna fail the test, and look what happened.
It's okay, I watched Balasar do it and then copied his answers at the last minute.
Nice.
Meanwhile, I studied.
Yeah, Tanner steady.
Yeah. Some pretty massive damage too.
No, so did the methodology. I saw I was doing like, oh right, that's the formula.
Oh, right, I'm supposed to fucking hit him.
Fuck.
Shit, my bad.
So I think the metal dice is going to be the only dice that I use for now.
There you go. Find the one that works and keep using it. Alright, cool. As Brig and Tanis sort of rest on the ground, you can hear very good. I see that you'll be plenty capable to take care of yourselves. Brig, Tanis, what did you think? They fight fine, though this one's a little reckless.
Am I still sleeping?
You are
Fucked out.
Did you succeeded your death saving throw, so you are actually conscious. You have 1 HP.
I only did one of them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
This was all non-lethal damage.
Okay. Alright.
Like they were intentionally not trying to kill you.
Alright, cool. I'll put myself at 1 HP.
Yes. And some of their talents lie quite hidden.
I give a thumbs up, by the way, from where I'm laying down on the ground.
I guess I'll unshift.
Do we pass?
I hope you maintain what you've learned here. Remember to use every resource at your disposal. You're going to need it. And Sylvanas collapses to the ground as well. And he just sits cross-legged on the ground, both of his elbows on his knees. I apologize for the theatrics. But I do believe these abilities will serve you well. Tanis, Bragg, thank you for testing these individuals. And he pushes himself back up to his feet and very sort of slowly hobbles his way back to his seat.
Phew.
Mind if I offer Breg a hand to help so that he could get back up?
Go right ahead.
I take your hand.
Alright.
God. Why me?
Briggs sheaths his long sword and sort of stands back up. Just. Well, that was more of a workout than Sylvanas gave me this morning. Tanis, on the other hand, puts her materials back in her back into her satchels, recites a couple of words, and puts her hand to her chest, mending all of the damage to her armor. Well, It is a nice trick.
It is.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work on metals. And she walks past Balasar and sort of taps the back of her fist on your shoulder. Keep that one safe.
Will do.
Bragg, on the other hand, takes his lumbering sort of heavy armor and sort of trudges towards Sylvanas. They're both breathing hard, but none of the three of them is really having a good time right now. Now, what things must you know about the castle, and what can I do to help? Knowing how to get there is useful, but I'm sure there is more you wish to know.
Any maybe traps that we should know about? I'm sure there's certain defenses.
This is true. Specializing in abjuration, I have constructed several wards that would be wise to look for. They are not very obviously noted, but you are correct in your assumption. They do exist. I can't very well draw you out a map of all of them, but I can tell you where some of them might be. Ground level leading in. Keep your eyes on the floor. The ground. Be wary of the basement as well. Not for any particular traps, but what lives down there.
So,
What?
the basement?
Yeah. What is down there?
The castle's
Yeah,
built
what
above a set of caverns. We used it as a storehouse until we realized that a purple worm had taken up refuge there.
Purple worm.
Indeed. Horrible, creepy, crawly thing. Very large. Not friendly. You've seen the damage Malabog can do. He is not the only one. I'm sure if he has wrested control for so long, others have taken up residency in our halls. By this point, Bragg and Tanis have sort of taken up station to either side of Sylvanas at the base of the route. I would offer you one additional suggestion. Rest before you go. Even if it will take a few days to get there, it would be unwise to head out wounded as you are.
Indeed.
I think we should rest here while it's safe.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree.
There are only
Once
two
we-
floors.
Once we get out,
There are 3 floors. The throne room sits on the topmost.
What about the wards or the topmost? You only told us about the basement and the first floor.
The topmost itself should be free of warding. Malabog plowed through most of them on his own.
Okay.
I had assumed my aptitude with warding and protection would have slowed him down some, but alas, it did not.
Okay.
There is one other thing.
Yes.
Along your way, you may run into a curious old man. I believe he may be able to help you.
What's his name?
I do not know.
Oh.
What's it look like?
Human? Old? I don't see many of them through here. But he's lived here for some time. Or taken up station here for some time.
Does he just wander around or does he have a house?
I don't know.
Huh.
We'll keep an eye out.
You don't think?
What does it wear then? Like,
Various things? I've never really spoken with him. Only heard of him.
Well,
There's only one way to find out,
I have an
Yes.
idea.
but I suggest we rest first.
I agree.
Rest would be most wise. I know it hasn't been very long, but it has been already an eventful day.
Mhm.
Who of you is wearing metal?
Oh, my gauntlet's metal. No, wait.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it
Yep.
is.
Valis, you're wearing hide. Felix, you're unarmored. And Natfi, you're wearing leathers?
Yes. Wait, no. I took the leather off. I'm wearing my robes.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say, I didn't know if you were still wearing those or not.
I took that off when I almost died on the fucking tree.
That's right, and you have not donned it again.
Ma,
Okay. I just wanted to take stock.
make my way over to Rayan and use a lay on hands. Ease discomfort. Heal for 10 HP.
Oh, thank you.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I feel like
Tannis.
a new person.
Tannis, on the other hand, will walk over to Felix and pat him on the shoulder.
Eh.
As that happens, Felix, you are going to recover 10 HP.
Oh, fuck.
Cure wounds.
Ho 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 ho.
Thanks.
Brig pulls out a large wine skin and drinks from it.
Oh dear.
Same.
Felix just flicks his ears happily at her.
I'll wait for Naffy to get back before continuing here.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What'd I miss?
Tannis healed Felix,
Okay.
and Balasar healed Rayan.
And then I will also expend the rest to give myself 10 HP.
Cool, cool.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be resting, so.
Might as well.
Yeah. And I could cast Cure Wounds on Neffy too.
I still have
Sure.
that fucking powder in my bag.
Which powder? The dust of dryness?
No, the willow bark.
Oh yeah, I forget what you were gonna use that for.
It was just as a general.
Felix has Dust of Dryness too.
No, that's the one I was
No.
thinking of. I know one of you has it.
Oh, I do.
I didn't have a note of who had it.
No, I have ground willow bark, which is
Oh, that was part of the salve, wasn't it?
fight fevers and
Yeah,
infection.
yeah.
Use my last spell for Cure Wounds on Neffy.
Cool.
Heal 4 HP.
Hooray!
It's not very powerful, but it's something.
I'll take it.
It'll be less close to death.
All right, cool. What do you guys want to do?
Should probably go ahead and rest unless there's something else.
Yeah. That's as good a time as any to rest up.
Because I can't think of anything else.
I'll wait till later. No, it's something I'm gonna do before we leave.
Oh.
Okay.
Ryan's ready for another sleepy time.
We just woke up and we're already gonna go back to sleep again.
Yeah, I'm not having a good
Hey.
day. I'm reevaluating my
We-
life right now.
We kind of got woke up early anyway.
Who could really say how early it was when we woke up?
It felt early.
It did.
Y'all are a bunch of casuals.
Come on, let's go.
Just a short rest. I would like a long rest, but you
I
know.
also would like. Oh wait, no, I don't need that. Haha.
I would
Wait,
like a
hold on.
long rest. Everything is expended.
Oh yeah, well.
So,
Started LOL just using spell slots, so.
for reference, a long rest does not exclusively consist of sleeping for 8 hours.
It's just resting for 8 hours.
It is resting, so that would include idle chit chat is still an option. It would include like meandering around and sort of menial tasks. Just nothing of significant exertion.
Exertion.
Yeah, I was looking for the word. I was like, what the fuck's the word I'm looking for? God damn it.
Right here with you.
I've been so verbose today.
I want to investigate my surroundings.
Cool.
I'll lay down.
You're gonna lay down.
Just gonna lay down right where I am
Okay.
and stare at the sky and daydream.
There's not
And
much.
it's hot.
There's not much sky to see. You're looking up at a very dense canopy above you.
Alright. I will
the
stare
most
at the canopy.
the most that you can see are like the occasional like luminous butterfly. And you can hear these sort of idle noises of the forest around you.
Alright, I'll just daydream about butterflies.
Cool. They're not something you're super familiar with seeing, all things considered. Balasar, this space of the grove that you've walked to is populated with a field of, you know, small flowers, mushrooms, and some very wispy sort of weeds to your eyes.
I would check the mushrooms, but they're from the Feywild, and I have no idea what they are.
They are red.
They are red.
Are they red caps?
No!
Please, no.
No.
Time to leave.
It's time to fucking go.
They're not red caps. Well, they could be.
Please no.
I'm
I rather
surprised.
like my legs.
I'm surprised you know what they are.
Oh, we've encountered.
Then
We had a
Bray,
very bad encounter with them.
Bray walks over. Bloodthirsty little things.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
you made it out, so at least there's that.
Just barely.
Barely.
I believe if it wasn't for Roswin, we wouldn't have made it. Somebody.
She's told us a great deal about all of you. At least from what we've been able to glean. Ow. Would you like to know more about redcaps in general?
Sure. Just in case I encounter any of them.
Gotcha.
More knowledge is better.
Redcaps are born of bloodlust specifically. In areas of the Feywild and in areas that touch the Feywild, where a murder or a death has occurred. What am I looking for? Hang on. There you go. Is where they usually spawn from. If that blood is left on the ground from the death for long enough, and if the relation between that location and the Feywild is tenuous enough, then a redcap is born. They're not the most subtle creatures. But they will only bloom on a full moon, and they have a 3-day shelf life, I suppose we'll call it. As you may have noticed, it's with the ones you fought, The hat is steeped in blood when it is born.
Hmm.
And if that blood isn't replenished every 3 days or so, it vanishes as if it never existed. It's a combination murder and survival mechanism. Horrible things, those. Thankfully, they don't occur often.
Good.
How many did you see?
What was it? 3?
3 or 4.
They don't normally operate in groups.
They were chasing Roslyn.
They had a common prey, I see. That would explain it. Well, we're thankful that Roswin is here and unharmed.
That's where we.
Do these mushrooms have any medicinal value?
Briggs sort of frowns and furrows his brow as he looks at him. That would be a question for Tanis. Tanis! Tanis comes walking over.
Yes.
He wants to know if these mushrooms can be used for anything of medicinal properties.
I suppose so, if processed properly.
And she bends down and sort of looks at it.
Yes. Yes, I believe you could make a decent healing potion out of one of these.
Oh, did my internet just drop? No. Oh, my internet dropped. I fucking hate Xfinity, yo. I'm gonna kill myself. Dude. 1 second. God damn it. Yo, fuck me. What the hell is going on? Alright, I can see that you guys are talking, but I can't hear anything. do you mean, no route? Oh my god, fucking kill me. Is there like a Discord update? Was it Discord that fucking died? This is upsetting. This is why I don't like online, because shit like this happens, and it's all technology's fault. Alright, I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm on my phone now.
Hey.
So now everybody's gonna hear you through my microphone. And the phone. Fucking... I hate Discord so much right now. I think it's my internet is just freaking out about Discord's IP. So, long and short, yes, it can be used to make a healing potion, as long as it is processed correctly. Tannis can teach you how to do that. It will take a couple of hours.
Aha! I would love to learn.
Is there any way to dispel the wards on the first floor?
There are not. Once abjuration wards are set in place, they are there until they are either activated or the structure is destroyed.
Would activating them be allowed?
It would make you very well known.
Okay. I won't throw anything at them then.
I would very much like to learn how to make this.
Very
Wait, hold
well.
on.
Yes.
If the wards are on the first floor, but there's nothing on the second floor, and the throne room's on the second floor, then how the fuck have the first floor wards not gone off when Dickhead charged in?
You raise a good point.
So can you tell if the wards are still active?
I can certainly
From here.
try. Give me a few moments.
And she moves off to the edge of the grove, sits down on the floor, closes her eyes. In the meantime, Breg has gotten bored of the mushroom and left. A few minutes pass by. Tanis opens her eyes.
Yes, many of the wards still stand.
So either he maneuvered past them, or
The
he
way
didn't
they-
show up to them at all.
Well, the way they describe him, I doubt he was limber enough to evade the wards.
But he was
Without-
moving so fast that the stone shattered, so what if he moved so fast that the wards didn't activate?
I don't know. Is that possible, then?
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a matter of speed. Although,
He was cloaked.
that's what I was thinking.
Not to say there's definitely magic.
Cloaking magics only have a
Because-
specific range, so it's a distinct possibility that he was cloaked while on the lower floors, but not on the upper.
So then whoever cloaked him was there.
Did you notice anybody else in the room with you guys when Sylvanus was fighting it?
Or anything weirder earlier in the day.
I did not. Nothing was really amiss throughout the day. No one was with him. Though he did wear a peculiar amulet.
Hold it.
What kind of amulet? Was it a silver amulet?
I'm sorry?
Was it a silver amulet?
I didn't get much of a look at it, but it is certainly metallic.
Can you tell what gem was in the center at least? If any.
No, I'm sorry.
That shoot, Balasar likes to look.
Felix just shrugs.
It's not exactly giving me much reason to believe that he's free from this.
I don't like
I
feeling
know
like
what-
we're catching
I
up.
don't know. I know what you mean. We're thinking of the things we fought at the church in Braden.
Doppelgangers.
Because they had silver amulets and they could shapeshift. They were excessively strong and very fast.
So you think they doppelganged Malabog?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
No,
Seems kind of far-fetched.
Trying to think. Well, they're supposed to be stupid fast, no? I mean, the ones we fought were stupid fast and strong. They broke stone too.
They did.
What's your idea?
Are you guys absolutely sure that it was Malcolm?
Sylvanas kind of speaks up from the root. I'd recognize his foul stench anywhere. It was definitely him. But I will not.
Someone was helping.
I will not discount your theory that he had help. I believe it would be wise to move cautiously going forward.
Perhaps they had a man on the inside.
Within my court.
Or a doppelganger on the inside. For lack of a better term.
I refuse to believe that's possible. Shapeshifter or not, all in my court are trustworthy. And the three of us are the only ones still alive.
I would like to believe that Tannis would be able to tell a doppelganger. Well, in any case, we're just going to have to avoid the trap as best we can.
Yes. Well, let us rest on it. We will deal with the rest once we've all recovered.
Well, whenever you're ready, I'm willing to learn how to process this mission.
Yes, absolutely. That said, in the interest of technology being a shit, I'm going to call it an evening. We'll call that a session.
Okay.
Just because
Okay.
I'm fighting with my phone too now, and it's super obnoxious. So,
So
yay.
we're long resting and calling it here.
Yes, we'll call it a long rest. You guys think of any additional questions you want to ask for next session? Feel free to float stuff into character discussion if you have anything specific you want to ask about.
Okay.
And as Felix was asking, would we be gaining XP for this?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Ho, ho, ho.
Who wants to know the total?
Is it long to get the level?
About 500?
It's actually about 1,000. It's 975.
Oh.
So yes, you guys will be level 5 at the beginning of next session. Yeah.
You said it was what? 900?
975.
5 now.
975.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.